Hi, it's Mitz. I hope you are doing well. Thank you very much for being here today and joining me in this Journal with Me session. My last several videos have been very long. They've been around the 20 to 30 minute type of video, and I really want to create shorter videos as well from time to time. And so here I am. I filmed a whole bunch of Journal with Me sessions in my regular sized traveler's notebook refill. I spent a Sunday morning just filming away. I turned on my phone and I started playing around in my traveler's notebook refill. And so you will see some videos pop up within the next several weeks of me working in this notebook refill, and they will be in the shorter format. I will try my best to edit them down so they're not so long. They're not 20 minutes, 30 minutes long. So I had a couple of photos remaining. I tend to journal about my kids in my Hobonichi weeks, and then a lot of the times the photos that I print off I have remaining. And usually what I would do is, of course, I would stick them in my Hobonichi, but I'm trying my best not to put in too many photos and things in my Hobonichi Techo because it is a full year in one book, and I don't want to make it too chunky. So I had a couple of photos left, and I decided to journal about that in this spread. I also felt like using more of a toned down vintage type of colorway, and because I haven't done that in a while, I felt like I really wanted to get into the junk journaling kind of thing, which totally brings up another subject, is junk journaling. I really miss junk journaling, and I have some really wonderful junk journals that I want to share with you, and so I really want to get back into that one of these days. I have a whole bunch of scrap papers that you see off to the side there, to the right hand side. I like to have these scrap papers, and sometimes when I'm not, I want to have some crafty time, I will take out some of my stamps and rubber stamps and stamp out images onto scrap pieces of paper so that I can have them readily available for my journals. I hope that makes sense. Sometimes you want to do something fun and crafty. That's something that you can do, is take out your stamps and stamp various pieces of paper, and then you'll have them ready for your journal for whenever you want to use them for. The beautiful one, the tree that you see, I stamped that out on some thinner paper. It's not exactly tracing paper, I don't think, but it turned out really nicely, and because it was delicate, I didn't want to just slap it on the page, so I decided to actually staple it to the photo, and it turned out really nicely. And the photos are of us. We decided to take a walk around the Olympic Stadium. They had these huge barricades up, these huge walls up for quite some time after the Tokyo Olympics were finished. And recently they took them down, and it was a nice sunny day, and we decided to just go for a walk. We later realized that the stadium is actually open to the public now, but of course you need to make a reservation ahead of time for your tickets. So that's something that we might be interested in the future. I think definitely if there was some kind of sports event, that would be better than just going to the empty stadium, but I think it would be a nice experience for the kids to see the actual stadium. That's my first little page spread there. I am working through the notebook. You can see I just kind of tipped in a couple of things and added a whole bunch of stickers and things like that. This little paper bit is also from my paper stack again. I jelly plated a couple of things, and you see this colorful ticket. I don't know what you would say, this ticket stub. It's actually little stamps from a shop, if you buy from a specific shop, people collect some of these stamps, and then you have a nice collection and you can redeem them for something. But this is not a shop that I go to frequently, so I decided to just use it for journal ephemera. And yeah, I really liked the colorway. It's nice and bright. And of course I'm using a couple of other paper items that I stamped ahead of time. Here I'm just showing you the variety of stamps and papers that I have in my little stash over here off to the side. I really like stamping out the Chamille Garden stamps as well on the vintage paper. I think it always turns out really nicely. This pretty tag here that you see, I have received in a package of Happy Mail, and I really wanted to add some kind of color to the page. I just tipped that in. The creator of the tag, she actually sewed around, and it's added some twine. Oh, I forgot the actual terminology of the thread that's used at the top. But yes, it's a really colorful, very soft, I think it's called eyelash trim. Please let me know if it's a mistake, if the correct terminology is something else. Please let me know down below, but I think it's called eyelash trim. But yeah, I wanted to add some color to it. And then I pre-stamped these stamps from Traveler's Factory. And I tend to do that when I go to the Traveler's Factory store in Tokyo. I always stamp my actual physical leather notebook, and I also stamp a couple of papers so that I can use them in my journals and put them in Happy Mail and stuff like that. So I've used that, I folded it over, and I don't believe I show it in this video, but I actually turn that into a nice little pocket where a tag can come out. And then here I'm pasting in some beautiful stamps, some postage stamps. I think it was Mirai Cat that sent me a package, and these stamps were on there of sumo wrestlers, and I really love how they look. And so I cut that all out, and I'm just washi taping the edges there. And like I said, I have filmed a couple of videos of me working in the Traveler's Notebook, and I will definitely be working on this spread again later on, so it will be kind of back and forth. I don't journal chronologically. I jump from page to page and journal to journal, and so you'll see me jumping around. But I think that's pretty much it for this episode, or for this video. I will be bringing you more Traveler's Notebook Journal With Me sessions in the coming weeks and months, so please stay tuned for that. I hope you had a nice little short Journal With Me session. Thank you so much for being here. If there's any specific video requests, please let me know down below, and I will see you soon. Thank you so very much for watching. Bye-bye.